She moved into the old farmhouse because it was cheap. A little too cheap. No neighbors for miles, just silence, and the kind of stillness that makes your skin crawl. Lena didn't mind. She wanted quiet. She didn't believe the stories. The ones about the house's history, about people seeing things in the windows, about the strange deaths that seemed to follow it. She laughed it off. Until she found the mirror. It was tall. Ornate. The kind of thing that looked like it belonged in a castle, not buried behind a false wall in the attic. But there it was, untouched by dust, clean like it had just been polished. She thought it was beautiful. She dragged it downstairs and set it across from her bed. That night, everything changed. At 3 a.m., she woke up freezing. The air was still, but it felt like someone had just walked through her. She sat up and looked across the room. Her reflection was still lying down. Her body froze. Her chest rose and fell with sharp breaths, but the mirror showed her completely still. Sleeping. She blinked. The reflection didn't. The next night, it got worse. She stretched. The reflection smiled. She lifted her arm. The reflection flinched. She spoke. It mouthed something different. By the third night, it stopped copying her entirely. It just stood there, in the mirror, watching her with an expression that didn't belong to her face. It was patient. It was waiting. She recorded it, set her phone up on a dresser, and hit record while she slept. What the footage showed shouldn't have been possible. At 3:33 a.m., her reflection blinked, looked straight at the camera, and stepped forward. Not toward her, but out of the frame. Out of the mirror. It crawled down the inside of the glass like a spider, face twisted into a grin that didn't belong to any living person. It stood at the foot of her bed and watched her sleep. Then it leaned in, close to her ear, and whispered something. The audio cut out. But Lena woke up with the words echoing in her head. "You don't belong here anymore." She ran. Left everything behind. Took her car and drove until her hands stopped shaking. Checked into a roadside motel. She couldn't sleep. Could barely breathe. She stood in front of the motel mirror, staring at her own reflection, trying to find herself again. And then she saw it. Not her. It. Same face. Same hair. But the eyes were too dark. Too wide. The mouth curved in a slow, deliberate smile. Her smile didn't do that. And then Lena looked down. Her hands weren't hers. Her nails were gone. Her skin was pale, almost see-through. Cold. She turned back to the mirror, and there was nothing there. No reflection. Just empty glass. The next morning, a new owner toured the house. The realtor said the last girl just left. Vanished. Her things were still there. Even her clothes. Nothing touched. Nothing taken. Except her. The mirror was still in the bedroom. Still spotless. Still facing the bed. And at night, when the moonlight hits it just right, you can see something inside. Not a reflection. Not a shadow. A shape. A smile. Waiting. Because the mirror remembers. And once it sees you, it never forgets.